Hi everybody. Gosh, I can't remember this. Make sure this isn't too loud. Hi everybody. Well, to anyone that's out there actually. Welcome to another lunchtime stream. Hi Tap Peddler, how are you? Thanks for popping in, appreciate it. If you could let me know if the mic's too loud or too quiet, or anything like that, that would be much appreciated. If you could just let me know. That would be super cool if you could just let me know if it sounds okay. I think it looks good. Another live stream. Are you all trying to stop me working, says Tap Bedler? No, not at all, not at all. We would not want you to stop working. I'm actually going, you can work alongside, because the idea is I'm actually going to be working. So I'm going to be doing like some shipping. Sounds fine, fantastic. Hey Lex, how are you? Hi Karen. Hi again. Yes, this is my new hoodie. Really proud of it. It's the Miami Heat, I think. It's an Adidas hoodie. I got this from a charity shop at the meetup. Yeah, there's no cam show. Catherine, hi Catherine, hi Richard, hi Zia, I can see much better today. Yes, I noticed that not everyone was a fan, and looking back, the graphics and everything were just too intrusive for the chat, so I found something that's a bit nicer. This is a lot more kind of, I think this is a much nicer way of displaying stuff. I'm hoping to get the chat working, although at the moment I can see it's not playing ball, which is a little bit of a shame. But we'll see if it comes to refresh browser. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, hopefully it will pop into life. If it doesn't, I'll have to look into that. But yeah, it's a lot better this way. I've just got a little view account at the top left as well, which I think is quite nice. And there's like an event thing, and there's still all the alerts and things, so it's much better this way. I think it's more suitable. Hello Lobster Pot, how are you? So yeah, today I'm going to be doing a bit of work. That's the plan. eBay has come to life. I'm not sure why. But I'm not going to complain either. You've got to make hay while the sun shines. I've actually got like 17 parcels to ship now, which is quite surprising. I wasn't expecting it. Let me have a look. Is the radio, yeah, the remote and receiver? Yes. I've got to reply to a question. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know why eBay popped to life, but it has. We've had some nice sales. Have had quite a few sales. Yesterday ended up being a very busy day. It didn't look like it. Yesterday we did like £220 of sales, which was really nice. And what was nice, it was back to the old RC parts in a big way. And today has also been a good day. I think we're on like £160 today, so pretty pleased with that, as you can imagine. I would like this chat to work. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna get rid of it because it's annoying me. I hate it when things don't work as you expect. Right. Okay, source. Let's see whether. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Richard says only one sale for me today, but £70 for a typewriter. Paid £2 for it back in the summer. That's a pretty nice sale. Yeah, those kinds of sales are often the best sales to get, aren't they? Nice margins there. I've got a fair few RC parts to pick out. There are a couple of non-RC sales as well. So actually I'll go grab those, and I'm gonna start actually getting stuff. So if you guys have got work to do, please, obviously, just get on and do it. You can just have this on the sound, or you can have the screen on, or whatever, because I'm gonna actually do some work. Yes, busy shipping new orders for it. So how are you? Tap Peddler says no sales yet today for me. The thing is, it started off very late for me also yesterday. It looked like it was going to be another quiet day, because previous to yesterday it's been quite slow, but today's been pretty good. I'll grab a few of the bits that I know I need to get from the other room, and then I've got the other RC parts and stuff in here. It's like a bird going absolutely crazy. Let me just go and start grabbing some parts, guys, so bear with me. Okay, let's have a look at the bits. Is this the right one? Yeah, that's one. We sold this body shell. If anyone wants to guess what this sold for, it would be pretty cool, because I'm actually pretty impressed. This is just a plastic, it's called Lexan. It's a body shell for a radio control car. Sold this for $22.99 plus shipping. So that's to go out. Really happy with that. Also sold a steering servo. So that's a steering servo. And that needs to go out. That sold for $12.99, and that'll go as a live letter. Sold this. It's a Wii U controller. So this item is something I bought from a car boot. I think I got this, the mains charger and the dock and a PSP. I think it was £15 or £20. I think it was around that mark. I think it was £15. I've sold the dock for this for £10 with free shipping, so you got to take that out. I've got the power supply listed for good money. I think it's like £15-20. The PSP I've still got to sell, and this I've just taken a sale. I sold this for $49.99 plus $6.99 shipping. So really good. If you see these around, even if the Wii U's not there, these controllers pick up, sell for good money. So I sold that for $50. So that's pretty cool. And something I haven't sold in a long time, I've also sold, what's it called? A ship photograph. I've had these photographs for an absolute age, so I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to get some cards to protect this. But I think I've found it. I think that's it. Yeah, a press release photo. I've had these press release photos for absolutely ages. They were amongst one of the first things that we bought when we originally moved up here, up north. And I was getting, trying to find my feet, and I was going to local auctions, not really seeing the kinds of things that I was used to seeing down south, because I do believe there is a big difference in what you find. Like what you source is gonna vary drastically according to which part of the country you're in. So I found that to be the case. So I started to dabble in other things, and it wasn't super successful. And so I've had stuff that's sticking around, but this I got, this sold for 14. How much does this sell for? This photo sold for $14.78 plus a $5 in shipping. It's going abroad, which isn't going to cost me much to ship, because obviously it's going to go as a very thin letter. So I'm very pleased with that sale. So $14.78 plus shipping. I don't mind these hanging around for a long while, because they're photographs, they don't take up a lot of room. It's not something I'd want to get into again. Okay, Alf's just gone crazy. Hello Shazad, hello Margaret, hello MM Antiques, Claire Riley, Richard Payne says, remember you showing that when you picked it up. Bear with me, guys. Get down. Get down. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Alf was just going crazy there at the door. Hey Shazad, Deal City says that's a great price. I picked up the Nintendo Switch dock for £8 and sold it for 50. Also a great purchase as it looks cheap as if it's just a plastic cradle. Yes, Deal City, that's a fantastic price to pick that up for. Surprised you even found one though, a Nintendo Switch dock. So someone's already broken their Switch and started parting it out, but that's a really good flip there, Deal City. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this press photograph. Sold for $14.78, so that's got to be shipped out as well. And then the rest of the stuff I believe is in this room. No, apart from one other thing. We sold this today, which I'm pretty happy about. This is a radio control car, so that needs to be shipped off as well. This sold today for £110 plus shipping, so very pleased with that sale. So that's ready to go. So hopefully that will be a nice little. That'll be an easy thing to ship because I've got the box for it. So I'll be getting on with that one later. I'll probably do this one off camera. I'm going to do like the easy ones on camera because I actually believe I've only got certain ones that need to go out today. So yeah, I've got only 11 items need to be dispatched today. So I'm going to work on those for certain. Get those shipped out immediately. That's going to be the plan. So if you bear with me, I'm going to start getting some stock ready. I'm going to get the boxes and I'll start rooting through them. So I'm going to be up and down a little bit, but I'll bring the boxes over and search through them and find the relevant parts that I need. And I'll just share with you what they are, what I'm searching for and whatnot. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Am I getting confused? Tires. Okay. Alright, I'm getting a little bit confused here. Hold on. Here. Yep. Alright. Do you offer one or same day shipment to your buyers? I normally have it set to 1 day shipment, and then some of the items have got longer shipping times on them. I don't think shipping times make a massive difference, if I'm honest. I think they do make a difference, but not massively. As long as you're not asking for an insane amount of time, I don't believe they make a huge difference. This was a nice sale. This is something I've had for absolutely ages. This was amongst one of the first things I listed when I first got when we got the original RC haul, and we were just trying things out. And looking back on it, I'm surprised it's well, I mean, I'm not surprised it's taken this long. I'm kind of understandable that it took quite a while to sell. It's actually a vintage electronic speed controller, and to look at it, you wouldn't think much of it. It's just like a tiny little packet like that, and that sold for £15. So that's an item I'm looking for. I believe that's the only item I'm looking for in this particular box, which I've got to make sure. And then I'm going to go through the other boxes. Sib K box has actually sold some stuff as well. Janet Plant says hi. DLCC says same day dispatch is a killer. I'd rather have an extra day to lay in bed. Well, that's the thing. I think it gives you a little bit of extra time. But some buyers just take no notice of your dispatch times, and they will expect the item, as long as it gets to them quickly. I don't think most buyers care, and quickly doesn't need to mean, you know, same day. It just doesn't. People don't often work like that. Right, let's go to the Sib K box. PKZ 1234. I need to find a motor mount with hardware. PKZ 1234. Okay, I think I know roughly what kind of a bag I'm looking for. PKZ, no, not that one. Some stuff in here. PKZ, no, not in that one. Not in that one. What could be in here? Yep, it's in here. Found it. This is the beauty of, we've done so much work up front for this stuff, it's insane, but it pays off eventually. Okay, so it's saying I've got one available, so I've sold one, should still have one available. Whenever I'm selling stuff as well, I like to check that, you know, our stock levels are correct, because, you know, you don't want to end up overselling something. So yeah, that says one available, so sold one and one's available. There we go, and that sold for £7.50, so not a huge amount of money. So that's the next item. That's the motor mount with hardware holder. That sold for £7.50. We've sold that for, with free shipping though. So after the 280 odd shipping goes out of it, not going to be a whole lot of money left in that from £7.50. But bearing in mind these were originally £4.50, and I think when I got, you know, yes, I mean they owe me nothing, so they're part of the main RC lot. So nice little sale there. Item gone. Hey RJ, how are you? Right, lunch is had, says Karen. I need to go to the post office, be back in 10, be back soon. No worries. I'm gonna be probably still on until I've done this shipping. And once I've done this shipping, then I'll be going. Hey Andrea, how are you? Nice hoodie, yes. I love it. It's my new favourite. It's my new favourite hoodie. Okay. So the motor mount is picked out. I don't think I've got anything else from this box to pick out. Nope, no. So that can go as well. Okay. So that was actually from Sib's box there. There's Sib. This man's junk. Okay. Now I've got a red box there. How many items do I need from that? Just the one? Okay. What is it? Oh, these should be easy to find. Lots of these. 797. Aha. Is that it? Yep, got them. So this is a nice little sale. I sold one of these for £10. Plus £5 shipping because it's going international. It'll go as a large letter as well, so which is cool. Basically some suspension arms. You can see those. Suspension arms from a radio control car. As you can see, we've got 30 available. still in this bag. So they've been selling nicely for us, tenner a pop, nice easy large letter sale. That's a nice item to pick out, and I believe that's all I need from that box. Richard Payne says, surprising the difference the extra day makes. Slightly longer dispatch doesn't affect sales for me. Yeah, I don't think it will do for a lot of people, Richard. I think you'll find that, you know, if people want something, they'll that's it, they'll want it. I mean, I had it, you know, we've got ours on like same like 1 day dispatch, simply because it's not, I like to get them done as quickly as I can, and I'm out every day anyway, so it just keeps the momentum going, you know, like it keeps the work momentum going. I find that it's just a simpler thing to do, to just do it as you go along, because the thing with having a 3-day dispatch time is, you know, it's easy for having the longer dispatch time. It can become a bad habit. I'm one of those people that if you tell me I've got till Wednesday to do something, chances are I'll wait till Wednesday to do something, and that's just sometimes how I can be. So for me, I like having it on a 1 day dispatch because it just keeps everything working nicely. If I had a 3-day dispatch and I just left everything and let 3 days worth of shipping build up, you know, it could, sometimes that might be fine, but on some occasions it could become overwhelming. You never know what's going to happen. Like, I was not expecting to sell as many parts yesterday as we did. I mean, suddenly it was as if a switch had been turned on and suddenly everyone remembered that they wanted to buy some radio control car parts, and that doesn't always happen. So just something to bear in mind. Hey, Bonafide Hustlers in the chat. Hi there, Chris. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And Fritz says, I guess that you also use the SKU in the listing to find your items. Correct. Yes, we have a SKU system which it tells me which crate to look in, and then within each crate we've got bags with all the stock. So that's how I function at the moment. That's how I like to function. Right, next item I'm gonna, yeah, see, the next box is the grey box. I've got to pick out 1, 2, 3 items from that particular one. So yes, Richard says, like that for me on Mondays, 3 days of post. Yeah, that can be a fair amount, can't it? That's a lot of work. Well, it depends how much you sell in terms of quantity. All comes down to how much quantity you're doing, though. If it's not a lot of quantity, then it's not a big deal. Deal City says, yeah, 1 day dispatch keeps me busy, but if I could get away with it, I'd have a 7-day dispatch and chill in bed gaming. Yeah, I mean, chilling in bed gaming, it sounds a lot of fun, so I'm not surprised. Okay, now I need to find a throttle linkage set, PD0839. I need the battery thing, which is the AG2050. Okay, PD0839. No, and what's the other one I need to find? AD2538. I'm going to have to do these one by one so I don't mess it up. PD0839. No, it's not in that bag. PD0839. Yeah, so basically I'm looking through each bag, and each bag has got parts on it. So those are the parts that are in that bag. And then I have to quickly scan through, and you get quite good at it. I have to just scan through and see which bag has the part that we're after. So it's been working very nicely for us. So I mean, it's surprisingly well. We've not had to ever cancel a sale or anything like that, which is really good. Oh, I think I found one of the other items. I think AD2538, is it? AD2538. Okay, so I found the clutch nut, which is good. And PD0839 I'm still looking for. Okay, let me just get this clutch nut out of this bag. Hello, I'm the legend, Ash. How are you? Love this layout. It looks so much nicer. Thanks, Ash. Yeah, I took on what everyone said. It wasn't a hit yesterday. So I was like, yeah, got to sort it out. Let me get this clutch nut out of this bag now. AD 2538. Okay. I normally just dump the bag out on the floor and then just find the part I need and then put everything back. Oh, there it is. Clutch nut AD 2538. This sold as part of a customer bought a bunch of parts. He bought 5 parts in total. Yeah, he bought 5 parts in total, and this was one of the parts. I'm not sure what this sells for on its own, but the customer spent nearly £50 with us, which was quite nice. So £50 in second-hand, so in radio control car parts. So that's one of his parts I've gotten, and then the other parts I'm gonna bring out as we get to the bags. So at the moment, that's just one of his. So that's part of his order completed. Obviously, I'd probably be doing this a fair bit quicker if I wasn't chatting to you guys, but I like doing this, so I'm gonna do it. Simple as that. Alright, I still need to find the 0839 part, PD0839, and I should double check it's not in there. It's not. Okay. Okay, and what's the AD part as well? May as well remember that. AG 2050. Okay, that'll be an easy one to find. PD0839. Nothing there. Okay, PD0836 in that one. Damn it, not in there. Sometimes you find that you have to re-go over like the bags, which can be frustrating. Oh, there you go. PD0839. Got it. Superb. So now I just need to get that out. PD0839. What is it? A throttle linkage set. So we should have a bundle of 5 of those. Okay. There you go. PD. No, that's the 0846. That looked like it. Sway bar. No. Okay. Ah, there it is. Got it. Throttle linkage set. Wow, so that's not a bad little flip. How much did I sell that for? PD0839. Ah, £5.50. Okay. There we go. Throttle linkage set sold for £5.50. Not a lot of money, but still, it's pure profit. If PS5 is beating top-end PC specs for way less price as most of the consoles sell for a loss at first, would you buy one? Asked Deal City. Deal City, they always say that. Since I can remember, I think since I'd say from PS3 and Xbox 360 onwards, the console manufacturers started with this whole as soon as consoles became high definition capable, which was Xbox 360 and PS3, console manufacturers have been like selling consoles based on the fact that it's like having a pretty decent gaming PC for a fraction of the cost without all the messing around and stuff. And they've always said that, but the truth is, PC tech advances always outdo consoles, and also consoles have now become so clunky, in my opinion, like with updates, massive gigabyte game updates and things, gigabytes worth of game updates, that they're not very different from PCs, and they still can't do much of the stuff, and I don't know, even though my PC is decrepit, I still prefer using it to a console. So I think the only thing that would get me to buy a console would be if there was a game on it that I really wanted. if I come across a game that I really want, then I will happily buy a console. But other than that, I can't see me, I can't see me buying a console, if I'm honest with you. Um, like for example, I don't know, like last time I bought a console was because I was like into FIFA and stuff like that. So, it has to just be, it has to be for a good reason. For me, I know FIFA's not a good reason for a lot of people, but for me it was a good enough reason, because I think at the time the console versions of FIFA were better than the PC versions, but that's not the case anymore. So and also I think like certain things, for example, if you're playing FIFA, it's much more fun to play on console than it is on PC. On PC you get a lot of disconnections. There's not as many people playing FIFA on PC as there are on console, so it really depends on what it is that you're after. Okay, and that's the final item. It's a battery connector thing. Battery connector. So this basically is to power your receiver and your radio control. Fritz says, do you experience a lot of competition selling RC parts on eBay, or are you the main man to buy from? Hey Fritz, no, I am not the main man. There are far bigger radio control sellers on eBay. Most of them, I'm just someone selling this stuff. I'm selling out of date parts from home. That's what we're doing. We're selling out of date parts from home. There are actual big hobby shops out there who have got accounts with companies who sell on eBay, and they've got massive stores and they do a lot better. The only attraction I've got is I've got the ability or the time. I'm time rich, so I can spend the time to list a lot of radio control parts, even though they're out of date. Like all of these parts are out of date. These are not for new cars. These are for old cars, and I'm able to sit there. I've got the storage for it, I've got the time for it, where I can sit and list these things. Whereas if you're a big model shop, you're better off stocking the latest greatest RC car, because you'll turn that over. You can't afford to have your warehouse packed with cars from the early 2000s, like parts for cars from the early 2000s, which people only seldom buy. So I just sell their scraps basically, but there are much bigger sellers. But when it comes to like old Thunder Tiger stuff, I'm selling a lot of it. Obviously, I have a lot of parts that others don't have, so that's going to lead people to me. That's what I think. Play Last of Us best PlayStation game, says Deal City. Starly says hi. Richard J. Mitchell says, thank you for these videos. You and Nick have drawn me into the world of reselling. Oh, that's really nice of you to say, Richard. MM Antique says, I was bought a PS3 when they first came out for Christmas. 4 months later, it was still sat there untouched. Not a gaming person. Rather sit on YouTube watching some strange people talk about tat. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody playing games. I've always enjoyed it. It's something I used to do, and I still try to do, but I used to play games a lot. I think especially when I was working, it was my release. So after like doing a 12-hour day working at Harrods or something, it would not be unusual for me to come home about 8:30 at night, eat something, and then sit on the Xbox 360 till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, because it was the fun part of the day, and then the dread would begin again. The commute into work, standing around for hours on end waiting for customers to come into your department so you have a chance of selling them something so you can earn a commission, otherwise you were stuck on your paltry hourly rate. So during those times, gaming was huge for me. It was really important for me. It gave me something to look forward to when I got home, and so I do appreciate it for that. But now I don't play as much, but I still enjoy it. Right. I have a games YouTube channel which I have now converted to a reselling channel. The games took too much time up to record, edit, etc. Yeah, I can understand that. The gaming YouTube niche is a very competitive one, isn't it, Richard? So yeah, you'd have to, you really have to have something mega unique or just impressive to, even then, to be honest, to get some kind of notice is not going to be easy in games. DLC says if you're into action adventure games, either nothing competes story wise to Uncharted and especially The Last of Us. Okay, fair enough. I'm guilty to say, yeah, I'm ashamed to say I've not played either of those games. The whole franchises, both of those franchises have actually passed me by, which is kind of a shame. I like playing multiplayer. Marcy asks, did you watch Ninja's Fortnite New Year stream from Times Square? I didn't catch that, unfortunately, Marcy. I do love watching Ninja. I really do. Him. I actually like Dr. Lupo the most. He's my favourite streamer, I'd say. Dr. Lupo, and Dakotas as well. I like Dakotas as well. For Fortnite streams, they're my favourite guys, I think, to watch. Very, very entertaining, and they also happen to be ridiculously good at the game, which is a small part, I would say. I wouldn't even say that's a big part of it. I think it's a small part of it is you have to be ridiculously good, and then the major part is it's their personalities are amazing. Dr. Lupo was there also. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. They normally go to these things, don't they? Right, so that's that grey box done, red box done. I can now start on the blue boxes, I believe, all the way down. Right, BBF. Yeah, I need that. Okay, I need one item from BBF. Okay, Paul Calvert has a question to all. Has anyone heard about the seller fulfilled Prime, and what are your thoughts? Yeah, I know about that. I believe that's where certain companies on Amazon are allowed to ship items to you themselves, but they still have the Amazon Prime badge. Like, they still have that Amazon Prime badge. So it's for them, it's like it's a little bonus for being really good sellers, I guess. So it's it's something that you can aspire to. It's just one of those things, really. I suppose it's something you can aspire to. So if you're a really good seller on Amazon, you're a big company, you're doing really well, Amazon throws you a bone and says, hey, I'll tell you what, you can carry on shipping your items, but you can appear as Prime. But I'm guessing in order to do that, they have to ship out super quick and match that service. Something funny I was noticing, I was actually looking at for some trainers on Amazon earlier, and I saw that certain sellers have got the Amazon wardrobe logo, and that means they have to allow you to have and wear and use the item, and that includes footwear, for 7 days before paying them for it. How crazy is that? So you can actually get an item of clothing or footwear, wear it for 7 days, and then pay if you're happy. And obviously, if you're not happy, you can just be like, I don't like it, send it back. And certain sellers have signed up for that. So that's crazy. Right. Starly says, my favorite 3 gaming YouTubes: Jack Scott Games, Rad Brad, and Blitzwinger. Starly, I've not heard of any of those guys, so I don't know what they're like, but if you enjoy them, that's fantastic. This is the thing, there's so many different YouTube channels out there for the same niche. There's something for everybody. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad you've got some that you're really happy to watch. And Richard J. Mitchell says, I'm curious to know, do you know how many RC parts you actually have in stock? I know we've got about 4,000 listed individual parts. Overall, we've got way more. It wouldn't surprise me if we had, like, I don't know, conservatively, maybe I'd say double that. I'd say conservatively, yeah, I'd say like 7,000, maybe 8,000. Conservatively, possibly more, but that's like because I've got a lot of stuff that's not listed at the moment as well. All right, so you just carry on. Oh, gosh. Okay, time to get stock out of BBF. Seriously, if you play only The Last of Us, then it will change your thoughts on what a game can be, especially The Last of Us. Worth temporarily keeping a car boots or PS3 and buying a cheap copy of it. Deal City, you're obviously very passionate about it. So yeah, I mean, when I get a chance, I'm sure I'll look into it. We are all screwed as Amazon sellers of music magic. Get this badge. Oh, okay. Zach Scott Games, my misspelling, says Starly. And Karen says, and I'm back. Come on, who missed me? I'm sure everybody in the chat missed you, Karen. Of course they did. Alright, now I need to get these screw sets. Okay, parts are coming out nicely, so I'm happy with that. Screw set, 1251. This would normally be a lot quicker, I would say, but I'm enjoying streaming at the same time, so I'm like, yeah, why not? Why not? Keeps me entertained as well. Okay, PD 1251. Come on. It's not there. Is it in this one? You've got to take your time to scan through each bag, because each box is full of bags. Karen, I've not actually shipped any parcels yet. I'm just still pulling them all out. We have gotten a lot out, actually. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 parts out so far out of the 11. So, oh, and there it is, PD 1251. I just saw it. I was just about to say. Okay, PD 1251, and there's only one of those. There we go. So that is part of this gentleman's stuff, and that goes with the nut there. Okay, that's cool. Okay. We deal in a lot of footwear. I would not sign up to letting anyone put their janky toes in them only to send them back. Devaluing my product. New shoes, of course. Yeah, I know, Starly. It's crazy that that's a thing on Amazon where it's called Amazon Wardrobe. So yeah, check it out. It's called Amazon Wardrobe. Any sellers with the Amazon Wardrobe logo, they allow you to have the item shipped to you. You can wear it for 7 days before you actually decide to pay for it or send it back, which is insane. And that's with new footwear. That's what I would say. Deal City says, how's the dieting going, Z? It's going really well. I actually had a cheat day yesterday. We were good all day, but I was really hungry by the time I went to pick back up. So we did get a McDonald's. So that was really bad. But even with the McDonald's, because the rest of the day was such low carbs, it was not bad. And today we've been good. And I've actually lost a fair bit of weight, more than I thought I had. I started on 17 odd stone, and now I'm under 16 and a half. So I think I'm like getting close to 16. So I'm losing a fair bit, but I'm not paying too much attention to it at first, because it's very likely that at first it's all just like water weight and stuff. So I'm just keeping my feet on the ground. I'm not getting like excited, and plus even at 16 stone I'm still a good 3-4 stone overweight, so it's still too heavy. So I've got a long way to go, but I'm really confident that we're gonna get there, because we're both really on it, and plus we're walking a lot as well. So we're getting a lot of walking done, which is fantastic. We're getting my Fitbit has helped me stay motivated. It's nice to actually go and get steps in, so exercise is happening. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I lost some pounds, hole in my pocket, says Starly. And Deal City says there's a boxing game on Switch. I burnt 500 calories playing it. Great purchase, says Deal City. Small steps, buddy. Well done on the weight loss. Thank you, RJ. Appreciate the comment. And Deal City says doesn't feel like exercise. Yes, gaming never feels like exercise, even if it's physical. And Karen says I still got just over 2 stone to lose, waiting to see if lost tonight after the gain last week. Well, good luck with that, Karen. I don't like getting on the scales. I'll be honest. I don't like it. It's a bit, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? A little bit. Because you don't want to disappoint yourself, because you've got to be careful, because it can easily demoralize yourself as well. All right, now I need to go into BBE, which has got 2 parts. So I need 2 parts from that one. A 1230 universal and a 0619 front axle nut thing. Okay, all right, shouldn't be too hard. Let's get BBE down. Right. I'm on the YouTube diet, says BCP. I'm going to try to watch less and get more work done. BCP, that is a great idea. You should definitely be getting as much work done as possible. This is my way of working in a weird way now. I'm enjoying doing this because I feel like, cool, I'm actually getting some stuff done. Right, PD6019 is not in here. BBE, PD6019, and PD1230. 1230 and 6019. No, it's not in there. 1230 and 6019. I'm like you, Z. I only go in the scales when I know I've been a good boy, says Deal City. I don't have to do it via a group, or just can't stay motivated to plan on eating. Yep, very true. Amazon returns form a large part of our inbound stock to sell on eBay. 90% is new, returned, but used shoes still have decent value if hardly worn, I guess. Yeah, quite likely. 6030 and 1219 I said, didn't I? 6030, PD 6030. Hold on. What the hell am I talking about? PD 1230, PD 1230 and 6019, PD 6019. I'm going to make sure PD 6019 and 1230. No. PD 6019. Oh god, this is going to be difficult because I can't remember this. 6019 no, and 1230 no. Okay. This is when it can get tiring sometimes because you can make really simple mistakes. 6019 and 1230. Is that right? PD 6019 no. And is 1230 in there? No. I'm just going to make sure I look carefully. God. It's PD 6019 no, and 1230 no. Okay. It's probably easiest just to do one at a time, but still. 6109. Nope. Okay. It's possible that I've just not seen them. They're in one of the bags I've already looked at. No. Oh, that's PD 6019 found it. Okay, so there's one of the bags. 6019 got it. And now 1230. Let me just see if 1230. I'll put that to one side. Let's see if I can find the 1230. Now that should be easy. 1211. No. Let's have a look in this one. Got it. Alright, found them. There we go. Got them both. Superb. Happy with that. Okay. Right. Richard says, when I'm listing, I play the chats in the background. The listing goes a lot faster that way, and I learn loads too. Yes, Richard. I mean, it's just a good way of entertaining yourself. Z, what are you eating to replace carbs like bread and pasta? RJ, I'm not actually. We're mostly eating a lot of eggs. we're eating avocado, we're eating a little bit of cheese, but a lot of meat. So for breakfast, for example, this morning we had like egg, bacon, and some avocado. Like for lunch, so far I've not actually had anything, but normally I'll just like have like some egg, make an omelette or something. In my coffee, I'm just putting in some single cream because it's lower in carbs than milk is, and stevia for sweetener. It makes, you got to look at it that it just makes your diet a lot simpler, because you are just going to be eating a lot of meat and salad type stuff, so it's not for everybody, but still. Karen says, I purchased 30 items yesterday and they're all listed, finished. Photos this morning, pat on back. Wow, Karen, that's a lot of listing to get done quickly. Wow. And Starly's not listed for 6 weeks. Wow. And Peter's popped in. He says he can't stay for long, but has popped in to say hi, I think. So thank you for popping in, Peter. I appreciate it. Right. Okay, just scroll down. Right. Sounds a lot like Lean in 15Z. It's just, do you know what? I think for me, the thing that's motivated me to stay on eating like I'm eating is, I mean, I'm still like, I had a McDonald's yesterday, but I'm just generally trying to remove a lot of sugar and carbs from the diet, and the main reason I want to do it now is because instantly like the next day I felt better. So I just don't, it's the feeling that it's given me, like the energy, like I'm not getting energy peaks and troughs like I was before, and that's what motivates me to carry on. Because now when because I no doubt, like I said, I ate a Big Mac yesterday, no doubt I will eat a pizza, no doubt I will eat stuff that's full of carbs, and you know, I will do. But when I do, I'm feeling noticeably worse, and that in a way is controlling it, if you know what I mean. Because I'm not just because before I used to feel bloated and tired all the time, to the point where it became the normal. So I don't now. I don't eat bread, I don't eat rice, don't eat pasta, don't eat potatoes. Those are like, I don't eat them, simple as that. So yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of, you know, thinking about, but I just don't do it. But that doesn't mean on a day where I'm feeling particularly like bad or anything, I will happily eat a Big Mac or something. I'll just do it because I'll be like, why not? Just my opinion. Okay, let's get this in there. Wow, like a PD1230, and those there as well. Okay. Love carbs, just avoiding bread and processed food. Oh, and high fat foods like cheese. Yeah, that's fair enough. See, I love my cheese too much to give it up, but I don't eat loads of it anyway. Eat a small amount. And you are what you eat, says Vintage Vandal. If you eat, you feel very true. And I think I've just gotten used to that. Peter Ray sold 20 James Bond DVDs for £20 plus £6.80 shipping. Got them in June 2017. Was away at the time. They've been listed on eBay like twice before. No one wants DVDs anymore. Well, someone does. Yeah, I mean, there are always going to be people. You know, there are always going to be people that want something that is in general not popular. The trend for DVDs is obviously gone, but that doesn't mean that, you know, that people don't want DVDs in general. You know, it's that's not what it means. Okay, PD6019. This should be an easier thing to find because there's 9 of them, and I found it straight away. There we go. PD6019, the nut axle. These are the kinds of things I'm selling. Ooh. And what is that? I don't know if that's a new sale or not. I don't think it is. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. eBay seems to have woken up, which is really nice. Only a £6 part, but still. A sale is a sale. Mustn't grumble. Mustn't grumble at all. Starly says carbs are for bulking, carb avoidance is for shredding. Yep, or just in my case, just to lose a lot of unwanted weight. I'm not sure how shredded I'll get, but I'm just doing some steps here and there, and that's it really. Just trying to walk as much as I can. Fritz says, must leave guys till next time. Thanks for popping in, Fritz. Appreciate it. Okay, so getting through this stuff slowly. Okay, watching this and uploading a vlog of the last few days, should be uploaded to YouTube in a couple of hours, says Peter. Cool. Alright, so that's BBE done. So now it's time for BBD, which is, okay, that one item, or is that it? One item from there? AMV 607Z, okay. Right, just the one item from the next box. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let me just grab that. This is so comfortable. This is really like, oh, lovely. Great tip Z. I got in great shape in 2013, but in 2015 lost my way due to poor health, then had good months and bad. It's time to get back into a better lifestyle. Yeah, I really do feel it helps so much. I mean, it's making me feel good about myself that I'm tackling it. In the past, I was guilty of saying, oh, I've got other stresses on my mind. I'll deal with my weight once those are sorted, but that's just an excuse. And I feel that when you start attacking all the areas of your life that you want to improve, a lot of things start happening for you. I just feel that way. I feel that's how it works. Do you know when we need to start uploading tracking before item not received? Was the service metric in autumn, but sure it got delayed. I'm not sure, Karen. I think when I buy my tickets, when I buy my parcels online, they get automatically done. It straight away goes through. Starly says, are those boats in the back by the lighting? Also, how have they been doing sales wise? Yes, those are boats. They've been doing okay. They're not amazing. They're not like super fast. I've got a lot of interest in them. So I do get a lot of interest. So yeah, I mean, they're okay. I would say that I still prefer doing the cars because they seem to sell a bit faster for me. And I think they tend to have smaller boxes, cars do, compared to boats. Okay, that is a bearing that I've sold for a tenner plus international shipping. It's cool, just one bearing. Pretty pleased with that. I keep on forgetting to show you guys what I'm actually pulling out, but you get the idea, don't you? You get the idea what it is. It's pretty obvious. Okay. I'm being a little bit lazy and just getting everything out that needs to get out now, and then I'll work on the things that don't need to get out off camera, just to kind of speed things along. Alright, so BBD is done. Is there anything in BBC? No, there is not. So that means BBB, I need one part from BBB, and I need a part from BBA, and then we're done. Superb. Has the feeler jumper gone to sweater heaven now, says Karen. It hasn't. it's still on life support. I think the issue is I broke the zip, so Beck is meant to be getting round to that at some point, but I'm not going to be like pressuring her to look at it because, you know, she's got a lot of stuff on. So yeah, it's not completely gone. Hopefully it'll be back soon, but I do love this. This is super comfortable. Absolutely love it. I paid, I think, like £7 or £8 for this at the charity shop, which is a steal, I think. Right. It's probably in a museum, says BCP. I suppose everyone can use an RC car. Not everyone has a pond or canal, says Starly. Very true, exactly. I think it limits, obviously, the people that are into it. RJ says, take care, Z, great video tips. Time for an afternoon walk. I hope you enjoy it. Peter's got to go as well. Finish editing. Catch you all soon. No worries. Thanks for popping in, guys. Do appreciate it. Alright, so now I've got to move on to blue box B. Here we go. PD 1130 I need. Alright. Oh gosh. Okay. I believe this should be quite an easy one for me to find because, well, I don't know. We'll see. Actually, it might be. Got it. There we go. Oh, he wanted 2 of these. Cool. He wanted 2. I can offer him 2. That's not a problem. PD 1130. Packet 1. And packet 2. There we go. And I've still got, it says 6 available. I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 available. Karen had a weird one today. Got a notification from Amazon about a refund on a book I got my son for Christmas, stating he had refunded me for it. I never sent it back or started a refund. That is strange, Karen. That is very strange. Just yeah, it is what it is, Karen. Very peculiar. You might have made an error of some kind. So that is a bit strange. Not really a lot you can do about it, can you? Okay. And I just need to get a pull starter out, and then we are good to go. These have been selling like hotcakes for us, these pull starters. I'll be sad to see them go because I think we're running very low on these now, but still. Okay, and I believe that is it for the parts I need today. Okay, the photos gotta go as well. Right, let me get this guy's order ready. Not going to message as it was the one they started to try to deliver and never even got out of the van, so it took another 2 days to get to me. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Nothing you can do about it. Okay. Let me get this stuff ready. So this guy bought 2 of these 1130 arms, so that's his. And then he bought the Ball Universal, which is that one there. And then he bought the AD2538 1/8 clutch nut. And then he bought the 1251 screw set. So this is one guy's order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Yeah, so one guy bought all of this stuff from us. these 5 items for $47.54, which is, this is why I love RC stuff. And this is all vintage RC, so I'm guessing I was the only place that had all the parts he needed. But yeah, $47.54 for that lot, which I'm very, very happy about. So I'm going to be sending that with tracking that one, and it's going to go as a large letter. Sorry, large letter. It's going to go as a small parcel, and then the others I'm going to just do individually. I've got to make sure that I'm taking the price tickets off as well sometimes, because sometimes I can forget that. All right, let's get to the shipping screen. Royal Mail, click and drop. Waiting to see if the Fortnite Monopoly that was with it does the same, says Karen. That would be nice, wouldn't it, Karen? Fortnite Monopoly. I've never understood that though. The whole themed Monopoly thing really confuses me, because I just think, like, just because you're into Fortnite doesn't mean you're into Monopoly. I know it's a good present, but like, just, you know, if you're I like Fortnite, but I don't want Fortnite Monopoly personally. But there we go. He's probably stocking up on stuff in case he needs more, says Karen. And markup on those are so good. Gutted I missed out, says Starly. I don't really even pay much attention to RA, and it's something I probably should do, but it's not something I often go on. Alright, now let's get this stuff all sorted out. What? Oh, what? And see, do you see what I mean? It's crazy. It's like, or is that a sale or not? Is that yeah, it's another sale. Yeah. Wow. Cannot grumble. Cannot grumble. Okay. 2nd of January. Why is that showing? PD7917. You must have bought those today. Dispatched by the 3rd. Did I not get? Oh, there they are. Oh, there they are. Yeah, there we go. There we are. Okay, I was getting worried there for a second. Okay. Baxi says, "What? Hey Joan, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Happy New Year to you." Baxi says, "What did you sell here now? More RC parts. Yeah, and just more RC parts. Just sold. It's crazy. Just selling more and more RC parts. A power supply now. So yeah, had 2 sales since being on. So yeah. All right. So need to get this one sorted. This is 7917. Apply. That's going to go international as a large letter for £2.65. I charge £4.99, so that's not bad. Don't you find sales attract sales? Well, they do, in my opinion. Yeah, it's weird that it happens. You start just selling more and more, and you know, I'm not gonna, you know, question it. I'm just gonna enjoy it while it lasts, because no doubt, it will stop, and then that'll be the end of it, and I'll be back to feeling. So last couple of days have been fantastic. We seem to be really busy. So I'm gonna keep that going. PD6019. Is that? Yep, that's that. It's PD6019. And that's going to be a 79p shipping. Most of my items tend to go large letter, 2nd class, for 79 pence. Zahir, I have to confess something. I sold an item 40 minutes ago, and my shipping policy is 3 o'clock, same day shipment. But I'm watching your live, so I just print out the label and I drop off in the morning. That's nothing different. A lot of people do that. As long as you printed the shipping label out back, so you're going to be okay, I think. And Joan says, just back from the first auction of the year, so off to unpack the car now. Hope all of you are well and selling. Thanks, Joan, for popping in. Appreciate it. I hope you have a good time sorting out your shipment. All right. Do this servo. That's going to be another one. S603 servo. Okay, large letter, 79 pence. I love sending stuff by under 100 grams. And right, Hermes lost an item back in July and I finally got it back yesterday. Had about 10 stickers on it, so who knows where it's been the past 6 months. Sounds like it's been on a nice little tour. Okay, large letter, under 100 grams. Happy New Year, says Claire. Hey, you have been putting the work in though, even though over Christmas period, says Karen. Very true, Karen. I didn't really take any time, didn't change dispatch or handling or anything, so that's correct. It has been like that. 0839, the throttle linkage set. That's going to be in another 79p shipping. I love these 79p shipping items. Just ship them away. Okay. Do you pay via shuttle or click and drop, says Karen. Karen, I would prefer to pay via shuttle. However, I actually have to pay via click and drop. And the only reason is, for the life of me, I can't ever fix an issue I've got. Every time I print a label, sorry, bear with me, guys. I'm gonna get this to make sure it doesn't fit through. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah. Every time I print a label using shuttle, on my Zebra printer, I get it prints things out very badly. Like it prints very blurry labels to the extent that the post office can't scan them. They don't look good. However, when I print out the same postage using the Royal Mail click and drop website, my labels come out very sharp, and I can't explain why that is. I just don't know why that is. I'm not the only person to suffer with this issue. I think a lot of people have suffered with the same issue. So I can't explain what the cause behind it is, but for some reason labels print out very badly when doing shuttle, but they print out super sharp when I'm using Royal Mail click and drop. So for that reason, I have to use that service. Okay, had a return for an iPhone for £300. So sad, says John B. That is very sad. I hope it's something that you can still sell again, or I hope it comes back to you in the same condition that you sent it out in. It's always frustrating when you have a big refund, no doubt. And Starly says, I print the label off within 15 minutes of the sale, drop off the next day, and there's some off to the drop off and they get in on time. Very true. Good afternoon, says Brett. Super awesome peeps from here on the South Coast, UK. So thanks for popping in. For some reason, Shuttle prints off half labels for me. They're printed sideways. Only use it for Hermes. Rest, I go via click and drop. And Brett says, I have the Zebra LP2844 thermal printer. Super awesome for printing postage labels from either eBay or through Royal Mail. As you can set the density darkness. I might try the density darkness because I've got the GK420, Brett. I don't know if I can do it with that. I've got the Zebra GK420, and no matter what I try, and I use the official Royal Mail settings for Zebra. I've sat there and I've done that. I've gone and said, okay, I'm going to use the official Royal Mail settings for the Zebra printer, and for whatever reason, it just doesn't. It just doesn't print sharply. Prints out the right size. I'm not having the same issue that Karen's having with it printing off like half type labels or whatever. I'm not having that issue. But I'm definitely having an issue where it's kind of messing up for me. Okay, that photograph is actually going to Oslo, so that's cool. Daniel says, hi Daniel, how are you? Thanks for popping in. I'm at the moment, just for all of those that have just popped in, I'm just actually printing out my postage. I've been doing a bunch of I've been pulling orders out on stream, and now I'm just actually getting them ready for just going to be printing out the labels for them, and that is what I'm doing right now. So I'm actually on the Click and Drop website right now, buying my postage, and then once I've done that, I'll be able to get on with the rest of my day. Okay, so this is the bulk purchase. Yep. So I'll just put that through as like, I don't know, 350 grams, why not? And then I'm going to do that as signed for. Alright. And now we've got the 2359 wing assembly. Okay, now so these are all today's purchases, so that none of those are going to be going out yet. Alright. Let me just get these printed, pay and generate labels. Because I would prefer to use Shuttle because it's more integrated, isn't it? Hi, I said hi, Daniel. So hi again. Used to use Zebra through a previous employer. I always found that when you spool too much, the print quality degrades. On single prints, quality stays high. Can you imagine not having a thermal label printer now? I blinking couldn't. Saves a fortune in ink, paper and time. Very true, Karen. Set your density on your printer to speed 2.5, darkness 14, and voila, all gravy in the hood. I'll have a look. I'll have a look at that. I'll see what my settings are, and we'll go for it. We'll see. Okay, let's just get this. But I don't seem to have an issue on That's the thing. I don't have an issue doing this on the Click and Drop website. They print out absolutely fine. So it makes me think that my settings are okay. My darkness is set on 15. My speed, I'm going to put down to 2 now. Okay. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I've slowed it down to 2 now. It was on 3, so it's got more time to print. But yeah, it comes out really nice on Royal Mail, so I've got no issues on Royal Mail Click and Drop. I just have issues. It's not necessarily, I don't think, the printer settings, because I've set the printer perfectly. It's the quality of the PDF file that Shuttle produces is for some reason just rank. Okay, so these all need to be shipped within 24 hours, and that's what I've done. So I'm really happy with that. I need to get my envelopes. Okay. Noticeable activity on eBay the last few days. Had some great sales, says Vintage Vandal. Yeah, there's definitely been a big uptick for us, Vintage Vandal. Our sales have gone up significantly last couple of days. I'm hoping it's going to continue, but with eBay you just don't know. So all you can do is enjoy it, make sure everything is going on, and then just do it that way. Ads Resells says, is this a daily thing now? Probably not, Ads, no. Z said gravy in the hood. I went back in live streams to check. Did I say it's all gravy in the hood? Did I? Oh gosh. I can't believe it. Oh gosh. Right, I'm not even sure I've got enough envelopes. Yeah, same sales. Same for me. Sales are good, says Ads. Yeah, you just can't tell when it's gonna stop, so just enjoy it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there we go, 11. All right. So let me just start at the bottom of the list. There's a huge list of things now. So, okay, the first one is. I really hate it though when the name on the label doesn't match the name on your eBay page because they've bought it on behalf of someone or whatever. Very frustrating when that happens. But that is for this item here, so that's 15 quid. I love doing this because it feels like a lot less like work. It feels really just chilling, doing a bit of work live. Okay. I have to print one at a time or get confused, says Karen. It can get confused. Shouldn't have done that really. Okay, it can get confusing. It can do. But I just go through the list on the bottom, and then I find, so I know what I've got to do each time. Okay, and the next one is okay, full starter, which is here. Make sure there's nothing in terms of a price on there. I never want to send something out with a price. That would really be bad for me, because some of the prices that are on these items are quite low and they could be misleading. Sent out tons of offers on eBay's last 10% off everything drive with the message to use the code alongside my offers. No takers next day. No 10% off. Sales galore, says Starly. It's very strange. Definitely something has happened. They've definitely turned something on or fixed something. I don't know. I hate being such a conspiracy type person. I really hate it. But it's just weird that all of a sudden, without doing anything, people now suddenly want to buy what I'm selling. It's just weird. Could it be that it's, I don't know, maybe this is just the busy time of year for us? I don't know. There's just no way of telling, is there? There's just no way of telling. You just have to accept it, make the most of it while it's happening, and then, you know, just prepare yourselves for the fact that it will go dead again, and then it will be quiet again, and just be prepared for it. Be prepared financially, be prepared mentally, so that when it goes dead again, and that is the key, isn't it? It's when they go dead, the sales, you're not you know, you're not like in some kind of shock, you know. That is what I would say. Alright, Richard Payne says, good to watch listen whilst listening to listing camera parts / accessories. So boring, says Richard. It may be boring, Richard, but I'm sure it's profitable. That sounds like a good thing to be listing. So I'm glad you're finding the stream useful. I'm finding it useful because I'm getting work done. I think that's pretty cool for me. Yeah, okay, it's not at the pace that I normally would, but sometimes you need this. And this is quite a long process sometimes, you know, so it's nice to have a bit of company whilst I'm doing this. Alright. My theory on it, eBay bombard people with emails daily. So how many people really see your offer rather than swipe the notification away? I don't know. Good question though. And Karen says, no rhyme or reason with eBay, list it and then they can buy it. Might not sell straight away, but work will pay off eventually. Are these all going to the post office today, says Karen? Yes, so I will need to get a move on. They're not going to go to the post office. I'm just going to post them into a letterbox. I'm going to be posting them into a letterbox so that they reach their destination on time. So that's how I do it. I don't like to queue at the post office. It's really frustrating. You know, I hate queuing at the post office, actually. I really hate it. It's like the worst thing in the world for me. Okay. So I prefer to just drive up to a post box, pop them through the post box, and then jobs are good, and as they say. Well, I don't know if that's what they say, but that's what I say. Daniel says, do you get your stock from charity shops? I do get some stock from charity shops. But the majority of what you're seeing, like as in 95 to 97% I'd guess, is actually stock that I buy in bulk from people that I've, like, deals that I've made and whatever. So that's what all this RC part stuff is from deals. But there are other things which I do sell, but it's a much smaller percentage. But there's a couple of things. But yes, I do go to car boots and charity shops a fair bit. I have Drop and Go. It's a little post office in a spa, so I just drop at the shop. No queuing here, says Karen. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's the way to do it. I just don't like... I can't stand queuing. Indeed, nowadays, I just go to the post office, look at the queue, and smile, and just drop off my parcels into the hatch. In and out in a few seconds. Yeah, that's the way to do it, Brett and Karen. Okay, just going to shove all of this in here. I guess. So that is a nice sale. 50 quid. There we go. The parcels that don't fit through the letterbox, I have to kind of... These I have to take in, because they're too thick for a letterbox, but most of them will just fit through, so it works out in my favour, and I've got plenty of time now. Okay, that's PD 6019. Okay. I tell you what, this label printer thing, it's just crazy. You're right. Imagine if I had to cut out all these labels, and it would be such a nightmare. I used to print out on a laser printer, and then I used to print 4 labels, four per sheet, and I used to have a paper guillotine that I used to then guillotine the labels to make them look neat, and plus it was quicker than using scissors. Scissors were slow, so I'd get a paper guillotine, cut my labels out, and then I'd be sellotaping those. Oh gosh, you know, sellotaping the labels. Can you just imagine what a bad use of time that used to be? But back then I wouldn't have had as many items either, you know, so it works both ways. I wouldn't have had as many items to ship, so there is, you know, everything's in the perspective, really. You've got to put everything in perspective. Okay, what did that guy buy? He bought a throttle linkage set. There we go. It's another one in the bag. Used to be great when was only craft supplies. Carry surprise, large letters, most of it. My closest post box is literally the other side of the road, says Karen. Oh, that would have been amazing. Yeah, that would have been amazing. I can see how that would be good. That's how I still do my labels, but put them in those clear sticky wallets too. No sellotape. Oh, okay, that's a good idea, Richard. And Starley says the post office is 5 doors away from my front door. That's fantastic. Okay, that's for the battery connector thing. No prices on that either. Okay. Do you use a size guide for your large letters, says Daniel. I do. Most of the time I can tell whether it's going to fit or not, but I do have a size guide that I will use when I'm not sure. It's actually here, so I will check on a size guide if I'm uncertain about something. Then I will, like, you know, I'll make sure that it fits through the way I'm sending it, because, you know, you don't want unnecessary hassle. You don't want to cause hassle. Although they get touchy about prepaid parcels, says Starley. That's the reason, Starley, I like to drop in at the letterbox. Luckily, my post office is really nice. Those guys are brilliant. So this is a close one, but if I can get it through like that, I'm normally happy. And I've never had any issues with post. Never had any issues with post. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so got a customs information to put on the back of this guy because it is going to Norway. Yep, going to Norway. One reason I use Drop and Go, Starly, they love me. Yeah, I mean, they don't want to be manually scanning in your prepaid letters. They don't enjoy doing that at all. Plus, no big shock of a post bill, says Karen. Yep, good point. Okay, with this photograph, I'm going to actually need to get a bit of card as well, I think. Just to kind of give it some rigidity. I don't want it to get bent in the post. So, let me just get a bit of card, I think. And I will be good. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You know what? No, I'm not going to use that because that box could come in handy. That's a nice box. What can I use? What can I use? What can I use for card? Any card lying around? I've got any card. I don't want to add too much weight to it either. Aha, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's put a card there. Actually, I'll see if I can bend this over. I think only has to be £20 post per week for Drop and Go, says Karen. Yep, that's probably about right. Yeah, George, I don't think it's, I think it's because, yeah, they don't, I don't think they make any money from doing that, you know, from prepaid parcels. So that you know, some post offices get funny about it, but at the end of the day, they have to do it. So, you know, it's not really their choice. It's what you do when you sign up to your post office. So yeah, if they don't like it, that's fine, but it's also kind of tough luck, I would say, if they don't like it. But I don't like the stares, I don't like the questions. But like I said, my post office is lovely, but I used to go to some really horrible ones. Don't enjoy going to those. My ones, I'm more than happy to go in with prepaid and they take them without worry. So it's fine. Okay guys, I am now done. I've actually finished the parcels that are due to go out. Thank you everybody for sharing in that amazing experience with me. I wouldn't have gotten it done if it wasn't for doing the stream. I really enjoy doing the stream. It makes me feel, it helps me do stuff like this. Wow, it's been an hour and a half. That's not terrible for the amount of parcels sorted out and stuff, so not terrible. I can live with that. And I think I will be calling it a day. Thank you for watching everyone. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and leave a comment. Starly describes this video as thrilling. I think that is apt. That is the right adjective. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you later.